We cannot find the footage of us building the first cabinet, so unfortunately I won't be able to show you that, but we do have it built before we added some spacers and the doorknobs on it, and then the other cabinet. So what we ended up doing over by the couch is we put in a whole another set of cabinet doors. So we'll be able to show you that and that process, and then what we finally came up with.
I'm gonna hit the road to see what I can see. I'm gonna hit the road to be what I can be. I'm so tired of looking at these walls. I'm breaking free. I'm gonna do my thing. Baby, won't you come with me? I'm gonna do my thing.
Back here, or there are things we can actually put our walking sticks, maybe hang them from them somehow.
And then you put a board down,
Put a board down so our chairs don't go back further than what they need to be.
so they don't slam into that window back there.
Right, as we're traveling, especially.
Right.
We're gonna put some trim pieces.
Yeah, that trim piece there.
Yeah.
We're gonna put some of that back there to finish it off. And then we just have to put the doorknobs, and that cabinet is done. It's made some spacers for me too that I asked for. Here is the cabinet by the door as you enter the camper. We've decided to build a large cabinet with 6 drawers in it and 2 open spaces for where the couch used to be. We have the hardware all on it, Route 66. We have the dividers. The only thing we're left to do with this is we're going to put some magnetic stops on the back tomorrow, so that when we're traveling, they don't move, because they do move. The top 2 move, the bottom one doesn't because it has shoes in it. And then, of course, you already seen the 2 chairs. This is all good. And here is our new storage unit that we built where the couch was. The Route 66 on the bottom. We have the little Route 66 on the tops. We're also putting magnets on them just to make sure that they don't move. Here's our table. Comes up real easy. Only thing we have left is we're going to get a couple chairs, office chairs that I can raise. Sit here. We can sit both of our computers to do editing and eating. Underneath there we have a little hidden storage area. This is the final product of the cabinets. See, we have our 6 drawers. We keep all of our, stuff in here. We have little totes and stuff in there. And then, we can keep water, storage, whatever we want to. So you might ask, what would we stick in these 2, especially this one that's underneath the table? Well, that's Jim's boots that he would use, like mud boots and stuff, and his hiking boots that he doesn't use every day. And I stuck mine boots there. And then we have that spot there. Nothing comes out of it when we travel because the table's down. And we can always switch any of these over for food storage. And then that's what's in these 2 big cabinets. Canned goods. Yeah, I'll have 2 big cabinets full of canned goods. This bottom one sticks just a little bit. We did add the magnets. We have these clips right here that you can see. That works better than the magnets. So maybe if I do it this direction, you can see it better. So there, this clip seals into there. Keeps it pretty much good. And then we bought one of these from IKEA to keep extra supplies. Usually this is our to-do jobs that we keep in there. But yeah, so travel's pretty good. So far, looks pretty good. So like I said, here's the other part. And then for this side, we bought a couple more IKEA fancy containers that we can put storage in there. Believe it or not, they do not move when we travel. And then I can show you how this table works. So for the design of the table, we decided to come out that we could put 2 laptops. So there's enough room that both of us can be working. He can be working on one side, I can be working on the other side. And we have no problem. We have plenty of space to eat at this little table. And when we're not using it, it just simply bends down, which I will show you here in a second. It takes 2 hands, but there's a little clip underneath here, and we just pop it down. There, I popped it, as you heard it, and then it just bends down, and there you go. It doesn't hit the floor, as you can see. Makes it really, really easy to travel, and it opens it up for all kinds of space. So far we're liking it. We're probably going to have to put a different type of coat of paint over some of the cabinets. The stuff that we bought works. It's probably one of the better ones that one of the local hardware places has, but we actually use something in Ohio in one of our cabinets there in the bathroom, and it actually has a harder coat to it, and we may repaint just 1 coat of that paint over top of this. As far as the piece of wood, he made the piece of wood there for us, and it actually just lifts up and I can clean underneath there, or if he needs to do some work on the slide, he can get to it. So we just put it on a little hinge, and like I said, it pops up so easy, and then it goes down. So we just need to get a couple office chairs to stick there, and then we'll show you the finishing touches. And there you have it. We have 2 office chairs that we bought from IKEA. They are not the ones we wanted. We actually wanted smaller ones. These are a little larger than what we had planned. So what I usually do is just push that one up there. Push this one over here for Jim. He sits on it whenever we eat or if we're doing videos, but he usually sits in the recliner. So that's not a big issue for him. The cabinets have worked out really good. We're not having any problems with them. And once in a while, a couple will open when we're traveling, even with the magnetic and the other sticks latches. But it's only been like 1 or 2, and it's really off weird. And so how do we keep these 2 office chairs? We haven't decided. We may revert to a smaller size office chair, just because we like the space of it being opened with the smaller chairs, but because it's really nice when there's no chairs in here and the table's down, like you have a big opened area, which is fantastic. But they didn't have the size we wanted when we got them because of what, and the supply chain problems that we're having. But those chairs are so comfortable, so sometimes we'll just sit in those and watch TV, because the TV's right over here, and it's just easy just to flip the chair around. So, and then we came up with what to do with our box. So what I've done was I bought a rug. It's moved over a little bit, but I just put a rug, and I have a little IKEA storage that I can keep all my pins and whatever it is that I want to work on. And then I have the asset that I already had on the floor, and that gives me even more storage. One thing we have noticed is that board that Jim put on the back of these 2 chairs is working fantastic. The chairs are not moving back, but this one doesn't move hardly ever. This one has moved forward, and this cabinet wants to come loose from the wall a little bit. So as you can see, it kind of messed up the front there, but we're just going to wait till we get to Ohio next summer and replace probably the front of these with a little harder wood, and then paint those all, and put a board in front of this so it can't move, and then maybe secure this just a little bit better. The cabinet itself hasn't been moving too much. It just moved the one time but the chair slid over and somehow it banged and just kind of messed that up a little bit. Have any final thoughts?
The remodel really wasn't that hard to do, and it gave us a lot more storage space. We had a what I call jackknife sofa on this side, and it was really uncomfortable. That's why we did it. And it gave us, like I said, a lot more storage because we took away one of the storage cabinets underneath the in the kitchen for the batteries, for the new lithium batteries.
Which is a separate video that we will show you later.
But we lost that storage, so this gave us that storage back and then some. The chairs are more comfortable than the jackknife sofa was. The dinette area we never used a lot because it was just, they're straight up and down, just a square thing with a table that was hard to get in and out of, and we never use it very often, so that's gone. So we kind of like the idea. It opened up this whole area quite a bit. Nicer to live in, so to speak. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for watching our video.
Thank you.